Hold on, man. Lolo! I want to go to the Grand with you, Lolo. Let me tell you something, man.
2026.
Okay. 2026. Let me tell you something. This brother right here is leaders of the new school. He's a Montreal-born author, speaker, spoken word artist, renowned for his transformative 14 letters. I got a transformative journey from adversity to empowerment. His life story marked by early struggles and a commitment to personal growth has inspired many. He is the King of Kings.
Oh no, this dude.
He
went too far.
In our black community, if there was a Canadian version of Michael Dyson, of Dr. Cornel West, and a little sprinkle of Charlemagne, this will be Sven's Telemaque.
Man, that's a lot.
His work with the youth is unmatched. The dude wakes up every Saturday morning after the crazy weeks we both have to mentor young black men. The highlight of our community is about those that show up. And every day, this brother shows up, willing to work, willing to help, willing to facilitate. He's definitely a leader of the new school. Mr. Sven's Telemaque. How you doing, King?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Every time you do an intro for me, man, you always...
I'm starting to run out of intros. You've been on the show a couple times. Yo. You're like our version of Darnell. If we were the Breakfast Club, you're our version of Darnell. Man. You and Akeem have been here so much.
I'm telling you.
You were just here like 2 months ago.
No, for sure.
I'm starting to run out of stuff for you. Tomorrow night, we're going to feature you honoring our kings. West Island Black Community Association. I'm so excited to do that one. I don't know what I'm going to do. We've talked about everything together, but we never put a show on in front of the public.
For sure.
I believe you are one of the strongest voices in our black community, man, for the future generation. I heard you talk at MLK and I was riveted, and I told myself, one day I'll get a chance. And then maybe Black History Month spokesperson. And even I was doing a speech at City Hall, I was thinking back to your riveting speech on MLK that you did at City Hall the year prior.
Man.
You know what I mean? So I just want to let you know that I was trying to challenge that. You set the bar pretty high, but I love a challenge.
Man.
I just want to get your thoughts on black culture. It's Black History Month, over 500 years of oppression. We've achieved a lot, but we've survived a lot. We've endured a lot. I think one of the best things about black community is our ability to endure and create through all of our oppression. So I want to ask you this morning. You've done significant work with the youth, especially through your workshops in self-empowerment and rehabilitation. Can you share some impactful moments where you've been firsthand, or how has your work helped young people transform their lives?
Man, I could give you a lot of examples, man. One example today, because youth is a very big, wide range. Like one example today, I was talking to a brother that just released his book, and I'm gonna plug his book right now too. But this is a brother that I've been talking to for quite some time. And imagine you're incarcerated, you're going through solitary confinement, and you write your own book in prison. And you don't just write a book, you don't have access to a computer, you write it down with your hand. And you write it down and you edit it. And then you send it to an editor that you don't know. And then they go back and forth, back and forth. So I'm just gonna look that up. But yeah, I spoke to him today. And when I spoke to him, he was like, bro, man, you know this book, one of the reasons why I wrote this book is because of you. Because you remind me about optimism and how to just stay positive, you know? And I'm talking about one of the most solid people I ever met in prison, you know, in Drummondville, Kevin Perez. You know, and very powerful. I'm gonna get you the name of the book right now, but I'm telling you that's one of the things that come to mind. And like when it comes to younger youth, I remember one time, I always talk about this. This is like a situation for me. And for Kevin Perez, if you want to support a man who has made a mistake, but is growing every single day. I'm going to tell you the name of his book on Amazon. It's called Reaper, Gravedigger's Code.
Yeah.
Right now it's on Kindle for now, but the paper version is going to be released soon. So that's Reaper, Gravedigger's Code, and much love to Kevin Perez. So on another level, I remember one time I was blessed with the opportunity to go to Haiti with Fova.
Yeah.
Right? And that's led by Nadine Francillon. And we go over to Haiti, and we was in Port-au-Prince. And basically the program was to take kids from the inner city, take them out of the hood, and bring them like into the country areas. You know, on day we say in Creole, right? Take them in those areas, give them different workshops. So I was doing broken crayon, still color the whole week. Crayon casé, toujours écrit, and pensée positive. You know, just
positive thinking.
Yeah, and you know what happens to me? There was a pastor there in the area from Bel Air, one of the like bad areas at that time, and dude is like, yo, I want you to come to my church, give a testimony. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Me, I didn't really know how bad Bel Air was. The night that we're supposed to go, everyone is like, yeah,
you can't
you
go.
could go by yourself, but we're not going. And I'm like, they're like, we could drop you off, but we can't pick you up because it's gonna be nighttime. You're gonna have to tell the pastor to, you know, figure that out for you. And I'm like, I gave the man my word. He told me everybody in the church waiting, because church is a big thing in the Caribbean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
You know? So I'm like, okay. So I go, I'm scared. There's a big mob outside the church. The pastor already told me he got kidnapped already, you know, from people in the community, and he told him to let him go, because he's a different type of pastor, you know, he's really, you know. I see a mob, but all they were doing was playing playing soccer. Big soccer tournament in front of the church. I go inside, set up the little projector, I'm talking, and I see a youth that was in the youth camp or whatever. And when I see the youth, he's like, man, can you, I want to show you my house. Me, I'm traumatized, right? Because I got PT, I got been robbed a couple times, you know? Where they sent the youth. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, I'm on alert. I'm like, really? Is there something else going down? The pastor looks at me and he's like, it's okay. He lives in the basement in the church. I go down in the basement. It's like a 1-bedroom for him, his mom, and his brother. And when I get to the wall, I saw that. I saw my name on his wall. You feel me?
That's crazy.
He wrote my name on his wall. And he put pensée positive. He wrote down Nadine's wall as well. And I'm just like, yo, I would have missed out on that moment if I would have let that fear get to me. You know what I mean? So I got plenty of these little, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. Listen, man. Boy, leader of the new school. That's a powerful. You can't beat that. I want to ask you this. As we celebrate Black History Month, what is your perspective on the evolution of Black culture? How do you think it continues to shape society today, and what challenges do we still face as a community?
I mean, for me, I always say this. I feel like the Black community, being Black is like fighting a 10-headed monster with 1,000 arms. Every time you cut off one arm, it regenerates. You cut off one head, it regenerates. So it's like, how do you attack this monster? The only way is if everyone is united. Yeah. And this is the problem. We're not united as much, and sometimes we are. And I also feel like our problems are very simple. They're not complex. You feel me? It's just that there's so much, the problem is so grave. So give you a perfect example. Just if everyone was mentoring youth, when it comes to financial literacy, giving them different reference points of success, we wouldn't have the same problems.
Even health too. If we were more health conscious and spoke about health more, and there wasn't such the stigma in the Black community with health, you know, that will push us forward as well. And we'll have more Black men living longer. Yeah, but we're talking about it more now. Like, because of social media. Because of people like you. I mean, and Lorena, you guys are out there doing the workshops and talking to the kids. And that's what I love about you guys. You guys are at ground zero. You guys are on the front lines. For sure. And we've been blessed to have you too, man. You've done a lot of good stuff with them too. It's so crazy. Now you're here in person. Yeah. I've told the stories on the show. Yeah. People thought I was playing around. Yeah. The last time we did your boy, what's the boys mentoring program called? Masai. Masai mentoring group with Whipka. You see how the beat just changed? The gods are aligning. Let me tell you something. Is that Drake though? My lady don't like the drizzy, but I like the light skin energy. I won't tell you something because you don't know this. When you sent me to get the pizza for the boys, and I love that. I love the fact that you do, because eating food, there's a connectivity there. For sure. There's a sharing of energy there. We know this because we came up in the culture. The younger kids don't understand that. So I love the fact that at the end of your Masai program, we break bread together, because that shows connectivity. Let me tell you something. You didn't know this. When you sent me for that pizza, man, I almost cried, man. I came up going to programs like the one you have. Brian Smith used to do that at the Jamaican Association when I was 12 years old. Taught me how to use computer. We were playing Keen. He showed us every black movie. He made breakfast. To see a black man pick up 6-7 black kids every Saturday morning, and to now 25 years later down the road, to see you do the same thing, man. And for me to be a part of that kind of journey with you, you cannot tell me how that made me feel, man. I almost cried when I got that pizza, man. I was crazy because it was so full circle the way everything kind of came together. I love the last thing we did. Give us your thoughts, and we spoke about it on the show when it happened, when we did the situationals. Yeah. So give us your take on it. So if you're not a fan of this show, Sven called me a couple times to do workshops at the Maasai program, and the last time we did situation with the kids, Big Will. So he took 6 kids, I took 6 kids, and he was teaching them how to act in a job interview. Now the kids range between 8 years old and 14 years old. Yeah. In the program, right? So we have all ranges. We had about 12 kids that day, and I was doing a thing where all these kids want to be athletes, they want to be superstars. I said, okay, 2 of you guys will play Nike reps, and 2 of you guys one will play an athlete and one plays agent. And we're teaching them how to negotiate, and he was teaching them how to act in a job interview. So when his group will come to me, I'll pretend like I'm the boss of the job interview, and he'll pretend like he's a rep from Nike. And when we had spoken about the night before, I was like, okay, it's a cool idea, but to see it materialize, Big Will. By the time we got ready to eat pizza, you had guys negotiating deals. Okay, we'll take 5 years, 50 mil. We want 5% of all shoes and stuff. And then the China deal was different because we were teaching them. But the underlying thing what I loved about Sven is that we're teaching them how to understand your worth. Question the things that are before you. When you go to a job interview, don't be shaky. Have eye contact. Shake hands. If you ask a question, respond to the question at hand. Stay on task. And these are things that are important. They need to see other black men show them this is how you do it.
And that was fun, man. That was one of my and you know what's crazy? We've done all type of stuff. We've done crazy laser tag. We've done all the activities that exist for youth. We've done them, and this was probably one of the most fun. The way we were able to get into their head. Yeah. These kids couldn't even say royalty. You know what I mean? They couldn't say royalty, and then they just like, yeah, but what about the royalties? And challenging their ideas about social media. You know, catching them from the left side. But you really want Nike to, you know, control your social media? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. And you know, and just it was just incredible. Yeah.
My last question. Yeah, no, it's really dope. Yo, listen, what you're doing with the kids there is totally amazing. My last question to you: what does Black History Month mean to you? You know, you're culturally active. You're on the grounds. You're doing things. You're doing the prison reform. You're doing the things with the kids on all levels. You are involved. You're involved in the schools. You do workshops. You're still writing. You're still an award-winning poet. What does Black History Month mean to you as we close out this show?
Man, to be quite honest, I got a lot of feelings about Black history, but I think. What I think is the best thing we could pull out of Black history is an opportunity for people to learn, especially people that are not Black, to learn when it's done correctly. Because too often people just stay with their stereotypes, their preconceived notions on what it is to be Black, not understanding the value that we bring not only to society, but the world as a whole. You get what I'm trying to say? And I feel like Black history is an opportunity for people to understand, hey, what you take for granted was actually created by someone Black. You feel me? This is how far we had to come. And to also remind youth about the specialness of being Black, the uniqueness, the privilege of being Black, you know?
Listen, man, we on pace. Leaders of the new school.